It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woo-hooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Now I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about the Trump stuff. Can you handle it? Buckle up. It would not surprise me in the least little bit that Donald Trump engaged in some harebrained scheme that winds up blowing up in his face as a violation of federal law. But you beat him at the ballot box, people. A reporter, I said this morning, that you don't beat Donald Trump in court and throw him in prison. You beat him at the ballot box. This is a unique case. Go back all the way to ancient times. And even in ancient Greece, the Greeks understood it's not worth it to pursue justice if you must burn the world down to get it. It's not justice at the end, because what you've done is destroyed everything to get your justice. I've given up trying to explain to progressives why this is a bad idea, because they're so into, well, it's the righteous cause. They're zealots. They are zealots. They are as zealous as the men who got into planes and flew them into buildings on 9/11. Yes, they are. I know people will be mad at me for saying that. But they would be perfectly fine destroying the country to put Trump under jail. Every single person listening to this show right now, left, right, and center, has some sense that this nation is fraying at the seams, if not tattering in the middle and ready to come apart. Every single person listening to this program right now has a sense that something is not right in this nation, socially, culturally, politically. People are at each other's throats, and you're going to indict a man 74 million Americans voted for? Beat him at the ballot box, you idiots. Because what you're doing is signaling to 70 million Americans at least that you don't think you can. It's not about the righteousness of your cause. Sometimes a righteous cause cannot be pursued if the destruction left in its wake is too great. We've known this for 6,000 years. I think Donald Trump probably broke the letter of the law, because it goes back to multiple Supreme Court precedents that, yes, as president, he could have declassified documents, but he didn't follow the procedure. Therefore, he broke the law. He held them. He didn't want to sell them. He didn't want to make money off of them. He wanted them personally. He wanted them. He wanted to keep them. Why not? They were his in his mind. He was president. They were his. He could keep them. Damn the law. But it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter, because you all have this sense, gut level sense, that this country is on the verge of some sort of civil war. You have people talking about national divorce. You do not indict the former president who's already running for another term. You beat him at the ballot box. Indict him after that if you want. Beat him at the ballot box next year. The statute of limitations is going to run out. Beat him at the ballot box and then indict him. But while he's running for president again, you don't do it. Because what you're signaling to half the country is you've got a vendetta and you will stop at nothing. For God's sakes, you people, The president of CNN got fired this week because he let Donald Trump come on television, and the liberals inside and outside the network had a meltdown and couldn't handle it. You're going to tell me this man can get a fair trial and fair media coverage? No Republican, even the ones who hate Donald Trump, believe he's going to get fair coverage. You fired Chris Licht because he tried to give the man fair coverage at CNN. Beat him at the ballot box. And by the way, it's not just this case. He's going to be indicted in the Fulton County case in Georgia. Fani Willis, the district attorney for Fulton County, Georgia, she's going to indict him. And Jack Smith, the special counsel, is going to indict him on January 6th. I actually don't think that one, but most people do. I'm in the minority here. Most people are convinced, but it's because they hate him, hate Trump, that Jack Smith's going to indict Trump on the January 6th stuff, too. He's looking at that in Washington. Drip, 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 drip. They're trying to hemorrhage money from him. Beat him at the ballot box. All of this goes away when he goes away. All the strife, all the division, all the anger, all the rage. But you know, Democrats, what you're doing is you're digging your own grave on this. I pity Joe Biden. I really do. That man better have the best lawyers in America before he leaves office if a Republican wins. Hunter Biden might as well move to a country today that has no extradition treaty with the United States. Get out while you can, Hunter. Republicans, including Donald Trump, exited the White House on January 20th, 2021, internally convinced that they should have pursued a prosecution of Hillary Clinton. And they didn't. They didn't because they weren't sure they could find her guilty. And it would be bitterly divisive. And some Republicans argued it didn't matter. She deserved it. Whether she was found guilty or not, she deserved the pain of a criminal prosecution. That pain will come for every Democrat now. You people on the left started storming state capitals. You stormed the Wisconsin state capitol to stop a right-to-work vote. And Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats in Washington cheered you on. You stormed the state capitol in Texas to stop a pro-life vote. And the Democrats in the media cheered you on, elevated abortion Barbie Wendy Davis, ran her for governor, she lost. Ran her for Congress, she lost. But y'all elevated her. You championed it. You made the protesters the heroes. And then January 6th happened, and Republicans did exactly what you people have been doing at the state level. All they did was take your precedent and they upped it a little bit. It's the same thing. You can scream about it, and you own the media, and so you'll nuance it and you'll demand that we believe you, but it's not true. All the Republicans who walked into the U.S. Capitol were doing was exactly what you people were doing in the state capitals in Wisconsin and Texas and others. They just took it to a higher level, but it was the same thing. You started the precedent. Republicans just expanded it. You've now started a precedent. You crossed the Rubicon. You do not cross the Rubicon unless you want war. Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon and began the civil war that led to him becoming emperor in all but name, and then his nephew really becoming the emperor. You Democrats crossed the Rubicon. You expect Republicans to nuance this? They're not going to nuance it. And here's the other problem for you, the Democrats. And I mean this in all sincerity and seriousness. You make the argument that Donald Trump is a unique threat, that he is uniquely bad, that he has behaved in uniquely bad ways. But in your next sentence, you say, Ron DeSantis is worse because he's smarter. Doesn't sound like you think Donald Trump is all that uniquely bad. You think every Republican is, and that signals to Republicans this isn't about Donald Trump. This is about partisan wins. Beat him at the ballot box, it all goes away, but you chose not to. You chose to cross the Rubicon. Beat him at the ballot box, he goes away. You chose not to. You've now elevated him. So are you saying, Erickson, if he killed somebody on Fifth Avenue? No, this is not about murder. This is about keeping classified documents at Mar-a-Lago that nobody had access to other than Donald Trump. And you've decided to send him to federal prison if you can because of it. You idiots, you do not even understand. You have become zealots. You are no different than the people who got in the planes on 9/11. Because of the righteousness of your cause, you're willing to wage a holy war against a group of people who are going to turn on you and do the same damn thing to you. Because you too believe the nation is tattering and fraying at the sides, and you've decided to strike the match and just burn up the cloth. You couldn't help yourself. You hate him that much. It's the righteousness of the cause. How dare you say that this is about justice? It's not justice when you burn the whole world down to get one man. But you can't even acknowledge it because you hate him that much. You're right. No, this is about justice. He broke the law. We must do this. Yeah, so did Hunter Biden. And my side's going to come for him. This came at the end of a day where Republicans were making the case about Joe Biden's bribery. Good luck, Joe Biden. May God have mercy on all your souls. I can tell you what's going to happen. It only gets worse from here. You had the potential to de-escalate, and instead you've escalated. And you can't admit it. You won't acknowledge it. You puff yourselves up without any humility. Now you will watch the world burn. I wish someone would de-escalate. But I don't think anyone is. This doesn't end well for any of us. But it might end well for Donald Trump if this court case finds him not guilty, and that'll get him reelected. And may God have mercy on your souls. God himself will not be able to hide you Democrats from Donald Trump's vengeance if he's found not guilty. And by the way, they're prosecuting him in a venue that notoriously does not find people guilty of these sorts of charges. So good luck.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.